I have a favorite iPhone color, but I really hope we get this one as a surprise announcement. We're now just 1 month away from the big iPhone 17 unveiling, and we're hearing plenty of rumors about the different colors that the new iPhones may flaunt. The latest reports show dummy units sporting the likely new colors, and I'm simply extremely psyched about the orange iPhone 17 Pro. Strangely enough, it seems like the iPhone 17's color palette may be a bit more subdued this time, which is different from the iPhone 16's vivid color palette. But of course, these are still leaks. Still, one hue already has my entire attention, and if it turns out to be true, I could just be first in line. Let's chat about that orange iPhone 17 Pro Max. Yes, and yes. I'm sort of a colorful person. And I mean the type of person to wear a pink and orange hat with an orange striped shirt and a yellow backpack. You undoubtedly get my drift. I have a thing for orange and yellow. We don't have a yellow color choice revealed for the iPhone 17 this time around, but we do have a probable orange iPhone 17 Pro. And that one's a catch. Traditionally, Pro-branded iPhones have donned more business-looking colors, which in my head translates to boring right. I've always had a bright and vivid case slapped on my Pro Max. But this year, Apple may be giving us one, well, it's better than none, colorful, but really colorful, not Sierra Blue colorful, Pro iPhone. The orange hue that's featured on the dummy units is, honestly, my dream color. It's a bit washed out, which I'm fine for, and makes the iPhone 17 Pro Max seem amazingly fascinating and eye-catching. And fun, just my type of look. The dark blue option is trendy, sure, but I'm already starting to get tired of that dark blue, and for me, black and white are simply too easy to thrill me. iPhone 17 colors, 3 bright selections, but where's the saturation? This year around, Apple may have chosen to desaturate the base iPhone hues. Let me tell you, I'm not a huge admirer of that option, clearly. The green one looks pretty decent, but I would have wanted something more in line with the iPhone 16's teal, rather than this one. Of course, these are still leaks and not the official colors, so I'm keeping some hope in my heart for a more intense green choice for the base iPhone 17. And sure, I'm not even going to remark on the iPhone 17 Air hues, which if real would be in desperate need of a multicolored silicone cover, in my opinion. Now I'm going to allow myself to dream a little and remind you of the super vibrant and simply put jaw-dropping, magnificent, excellent, and extraordinary yellow hue on the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus. Apple has nuked that one in the following generations and fitted the iPhone 15 with a very desaturated yellow. Oh no. While the 16 didn't even have a yellow option. And that's a sin in my book. You may not share my opinion, but ever since the iPhone 11 in yellow, I have been smitten with the yellow appearance on iPhones. And I hope Apple brings it back, maybe next year. Here's to hoping the orange iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max get people so psyched that Apple realizes out we want color in our life, and we see a yellow iPhone 18 Pro. And Pro, yep, because we, Pro users, also like colors. And not all of us are flaunting the style of serious Wall Street business folks. What would be even better, although a bit improbable, if Apple surprisingly brings both an orange iPhone 17 Pro and a yellow one? Well then, I may be in some major trouble, because to this day, I have not decided a favorite between these two colors. Maybe I'll get both. One for the business calls from Wall Street that I'm not getting, one as a daily driving. I wish I were that rich. Next, here's a detailed list of supported iPhones that can download the iOS 26 beta today. Verify that your iPhone can run the latest and greatest operating system. If you're a passionate iPhone owner like me, you'll be delighted to check out all the amazing new changes coming to Apple's operating system this fall, iOS 26. The coolest feature, in my opinion, is the new liquid glass design, like Windows Vista, but perhaps more deliberate, which seems to be Apple's major visual makeover in years. We spent 2 weeks test driving it. You can check out our extensive hands-on iOS 26 preview, or you can try it out yourself by downloading and installing the public beta, available today. While the beta is open to the public and stable, always remember there's a degree of risk inherent with beta software. Not ready to upgrade your smartphone this year? No worries, we'll help you find out if your phone will be able to run iOS 26. Last year, Apple didn't nix any iPhones from its eligibility list, but that's not the case for 2025. A few models are getting removed this time. All iPhone 8 devices and the iPhone X were the last to get the boot in 2023, and this year the 2018 models are getting left behind. If you have an ineligible device, you won't be able to get iOS 26 when it becomes available this fall. We'll get to the bottom of which iPhones will support iOS 26 this year. To discover what's coming with the new OS and more, check out everything announced during Apple's Worldwide Development Conference, June 9 event. One thing you shouldn't immediately expect is Apple's new version of Siri, while the company is purportedly working on a stripped-down AI chatbot to compete with ChatGPT. Unlike last year, many iPhone models won't be eligible to download the newest iOS when it makes its debut this fall. This trio of models, first released in 2018, won't be coming to the iOS 26 party. 1. iPhone XR. 2. iPhone XS. 3. iPhone XS Max. The iPhone's compatible with iOS 26. While we don't yet know the new iPhones Apple will be delivering this autumn, while there are iPhone 17 rumors, we do know, citing Apple's site, that the phones mentioned below will be compatible with iOS 26. Basically, if you have an iPhone that was released in 2019 or later, you're in the clear. 1. iPhone SE, second generation or later. 2. iPhone 11. 3. iPhone 11 Pro. 4. iPhone 11 Pro Max. 5. iPhone 12. 6. iPhone 12 Mini. 7. iPhone 12 Pro. 8. iPhone 12 Pro Max. 9. iPhone 13. 10. iPhone 13 Mini. 11. iPhone 13 Pro. 12. iPhone 13 Pro Max. 13. iPhone 14. 14. iPhone 14 Plus. 15. iPhone 14 Pro. 16. iPhone 14 Pro Max. 17. iPhone 15. 18. iPhone 15 Plus. 19. iPhone 15 Pro. 20. iPhone 15 Pro Max. 21. iPhone 16e. 22. iPhone 16. 23. iPhone 16 Plus. 24. iPhone 16 Pro. 25. iPhone 16 Pro Max. What if I don't want to buy a new iPhone? If you wish to continue using your older iPhone that isn't supported by iOS 26, that's fine. However, you'll lose out on security upgrades, which might potentially put your phone at danger for malware and other attacks. Additionally, certain apps may cease operating if they require a certain version of iOS or later. And of course, you won't be able to utilize the latest features iOS 26 offers. When will iOS 26 become available? Apple regularly pushes out its latest iOS in mid-September, just a few days before the new iPhones hit shop shelves. Last year, it introduced iOS 18 on Monday, September 16. Expect a confirmation of the release date during the iPhone 17 announcement, scheduled in early September. iOS 26 features were enthusiastic about liquid glass design. Your home screen is getting redesigned with new app icons, including dark mode and all clear choices. You'll also notice buttons with a new floating appearance. Liquid glass was supposed to make all of Apple's OSs more coherent. Phone app redesign. You'll now be able to swipe through contacts, recent calls, and voicemail messages all on one screen. It also comes with a new feature called Hold Assist that'll warn you when an agent arrives to the phone so you can escape the elevator music. 1. Live Translate. iOS 26 is providing the option to have a discussion via phone call or text message with someone who speaks another language. Live Translate will translate your discussion in real time. 2. Polls feature. Coming to group conversations in the Conversations app, chat members will be able to create polls. This can assist prevent the unpleasant 30-plus texts when it comes to picking the restaurant you're meeting at this weekend. And finally, when is the iPhone 17 release? Here's our best guess. We're already in August, so it won't be long until Apple hosts its annual fall iPhone event to announce its new gadgets. While all the iPhone 17 rumors clearly point at a September announcement, there are a lot of people curious about the iPhone 17 release date, since that's when they'll be able to hold Apple's new phone in their hands. Apple, of course, hasn't come out to confirm any of this yet, but unless there's a significant shakeup, we only need to look to the company's past iPhone launches to deduce when we may pinpoint the iPhone 17 release date. What's fascinating this time around is that Apple could be introducing a totally new model into the fold, the speculated iPhone 17 Air, which could potentially create a little alteration in its release schedule. Although it's feasible for Apple to formally launch its iPhone 17 lineup together, their release timelines could follow a staggered approach. Here's what we know about the iPhone 17 release date. The graphic below shows Apple's prior release timeline for its iPhones, gives us our first big clue when we could anticipate the iPhone 17 to be unveiled, and then subsequently released. For the last several generations of iPhones, Apple announced them during the first or second week in September. This year's iPhone 17 revelation could fall around the same time frame, as Bloomberg's Mark Gurman indicates at a date between September 8 and 12 for the most likely launch date for the iPhone 17. He's had an excellent track record with his predictions, so we're optimistic about this time frame. So, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tech news. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.